Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go Podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Do you want to start a business? Do you want to start a low-cost business? Well, then click on the link in the bio to visit PLR Epic. You can get 104 ebooks with the ability to resell those ebooks. Keep 100% of the profit. All it'll cost you is $8. Link is in the description. So, what I want to talk about today is mainly more of the quarterback series that is on Netflix. It's been terrific, and so we'll definitely get into that. But actually, we'll start there. I've watched episodes 3 and 4. They've been awesome. The series is really good. A couple interesting tidbits. Number one. I'm not surprised, but Joe Burrow having a stylist was pretty funny to me. Just because I feel like I texted one of my friends, Dre, just like the interesting part is the way that I look at it is when you're like a superstar, you can set a lot of the fashion trends just because you're just a superstar. Like people will just naturally gravitate to that. But in that realm, most of the superstars and things like that do still have like the stylist to get into the trends, like to follow them. I just thought it was interesting. It wasn't a big deal or anything, but what they went over in episodes 3 and 4 was talking more to Jared Goff, his, I think now wife, but helps him with reciting the plays, and it was pretty interesting. They just seeing how she would read it, he would read it back, and in his mind he's imagining the play, not just reciting the words. So he's imagining what the formation is, the motion, and he checks things of that nature. So it was kind of cool to see that part of it. It wasn't super in depth, but you saw how that was going on. And it's also interesting how quickly we forget about things. And the reason I say that is they went over and did a recap of the Houston Texans versus the Lions game. And I think that was a primetime game. I can't remember if that was like a Monday night or Thursday night football game. But I'm pretty sure it was a primetime game. But it was a nightmare for Jared Goff. I think in the first half, he threw, 3 interceptions. Threw 2 more in the second half, which was absolutely wild. But we were able to, Lions were able to come back and win that game with a Jake Bates field goal. But I forgot about that game and just all of the just chaos with the year, and then just, a lot of what you remember is just what happened the most recently. So it's the, Minnesota Vikings game. It's getting that 1 seed, and then playing the Commanders. You kind of forget about everything else, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty funny. They were playing the Kendrick Lamar "They Not Like Us" song as they were just showing the Lions just rattling off wins, and as they did, obviously with 15-2, you're going to have some pretty long stretches there. But and it just showed the dominance that they had with rolling through the season. And then it also got into, of course, the injuries and the Lions having to navigate that as well. And the other thing I wanted to mention about it was just how I thought Dan Campbell just has such a presence to him. And I know it's something that has been mentioned, plenty of times before. He's been, with the Lions for a while, but it's just a cool thing to see with kind of behind the scenes. From time to time you get to see things like that, weekly clips, but to see it pretty consistently is pretty cool. So just some tidbits there, and was interesting. The other thing I want to talk about, and I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of over it, but once again, Jerry Jones, who is the only owner who right now is talking on a regular basis at training camp, running his mouth, foot in his mouth per usual, and the family just lets him continue on, keep on talking and messing things up. But the simplest thing that I want to talk about is how Jerry Jones is missing the separation between the owner and the GM, especially when it comes to contract negotiations, right? Because if you remember, in Super Bowl media week, Myles Garrett said, I want out of Cleveland, I'm out. His agent requested a meeting with the owner. The owner said, no, meet with the GM. He's the one that takes care of this stuff. And after about a week, Myles Garrett had a monster contract and was happy and we're good to go, right? But what Jerry misses is, like I said, the separation between the two. It's good cop, bad cop. And what Jerry is doing is he's conflating the two roles, right? And here's what I mean by that, right? Micah Parsons missed 4 games last season. When the GM is sitting in the conference room or on the phone with Micah's agent, he's going to use that information to try to negotiate down that contract, right? He'll say, listen, Micah, you only played, you missed 4 games last season. We those were critical games. We needed you, so on and so forth. He'll also bring up things like in the playoff games, Micah hasn't quite been dominant. I mean, he hasn't done much of anything. Not that those playoff losses are his fault, but once again, these are negotiation tactics. I'm just trying to negotiate down that number and give reasons why. They may be crazy as far as the reasons why, but I'm still going to bring them up because I want to do everything I can to drive that value down as a general manager. But these are discussions I'm having with Micah Parsons' agent. I'm not telling Micah Parsons these things, right? So as a GM, that's what I'm doing. I'm negotiating the money. What the owner does, typically in a situation like this, is owner is good guy. Owner is saying, Micah, man, we're gonna get this stuff worked out, man. We're gonna get you an extension. Life is gonna be good, man. We love having you on the team, man. You've been a great player, great ambassador for the Dallas Cowboys. Man, we're just couldn't be happier with you, right? Pat on the back, big hug, all that good stuff. That's what the owner should be doing. And the issue is, number one, Jerry Jones, as the owner, you are the head man on the totem pole, and you are also playing bad cop when you should really just be playing good cop and making life easy. But because you want to operate as both, now you make this you're turning it into a contentious scenario. And it's just a mess. It's truly a mess. He had a press conference, I think it was last week, maybe it was Friday or something like that, but Jerry is sitting there and he's just saying, well, you guys said he doesn't have a contract. Well, you don't know what I offered him. And for the reporters, and they did keep playing the clip, which leads me to believe nobody asked him what he offered him. If Jerry Jones says, you guys don't know what we offered him, well, tell us, what did you offer him? Did you offer him $42 million a year with X amount guaranteed, 150, 175 million guaranteed? Ask him, why not? Because the thing that is interesting is with media, and I do understand there's a balance, right? You can't drill someone, especially Jerry Jones, to the point where you're making it uncomfortable. But he brought it up. I think that's just journalistic integrity to ask him. Hey, well, what did you offer Micah? Is it in the TJ Watt or the Myles Garrett range? Because what is he gonna say? And if he tries to weasel his way out of it, I'm not gonna get into details. Okay, cool. But I do think it's your responsibility to ask him that. But nonetheless, Jerry Jones just making a mess of things that you don't need to make a mess of. If I told you, hey, we're gonna let's just keep it general. We're gonna sign a deal. You could sign it today for, let's just talk regular, $20 today. Or you can wait until November, get the same amount of whatever it is on the contract, but then you'll have to pay $40 then. Nothing's changed. It's just you waiting costs more. That would just flatly be a dumb idea And that is what Jerry Jones continues to do again and again and again. You did it with Dak Prescott, didn't work out for you. You did it for CeeDee Lamb, didn't work out for you. You're doing it now with Micah Parsons, not going to work out for you. I mean, you guys don't have too many other superstars, so maybe this will be the end of it, but probably not. Jerry Jones will figure out a way to once again do a bad deal and bad deal, pay above market price. How about that? But that's Jerry, and that's how he seems to like to operate. So please like and subscribe since you're here. That is it for me. Peace.